New home builders are in trouble. The buyer demand for new construction properties is way down nationwide. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Mischa Thompson, your favorite Warner Robins real estate agent with The Real Broker, and we all saw this coming in one way or another. And in one of my previous videos, I actually talked about the problems with new construction properties. In this video, we're gonna cover what is going on in the new construction market and why are buyers done with the builders? What is going to happen in the future? Let's get into it. Let's start with the buyers and why they are done with the builders. And that has simply to do with what the builders have done over the last 2 years to the buyers. They put buyers on extremely long waiting lists, probably took on more business that they could handle, and then with supply chain issues and material cost increase, couldn't finish the homes in the time frame they were set to finish. And that frustrated a lot of the buyers. On top of that, there was no set price anymore. You went under contract at $300,000 3 months into the contract and the house hasn't even started yet. All of a sudden, the builder decides to increase your purchase price by $50,000. Now your home is $350,000. You got pre-approved for $300,000. You're already under contract. Interest rates go up and you might not even be able to purchase the home anymore because your debt to income ratio is now way too high because the home is $50,000 more expensive, or just the interest rate increased your monthly payments to so much that you cannot afford it. And that is a huge issue that has happened over the last 2 years, and buyers are just done with it. They're done, fed up. The whole cost went up for buyers. And in my area, for example, builders included privacy fencing 2019, 2020, and even the beginning of 2021 was all included within the purchase price of the home. And some neighborhoods require that privacy fence. Now builders don't include it anymore. It's an upgrade cost. And if you want to have a 6-foot privacy fence, you're looking at $5,000 to $8,000 that you have to, or buyers now have to pay out of pocket on top of all the other price increases. So buyers are tired of not knowing when their house is done. They're tired of being on those waiting lists. They're tired of not knowing how much the house will cost in the end. And they're tired of paying extra for stuff that was included in the new constructions prior. And I honestly would be tired and disappointed as well. And if you think about the price increases, I mean, that happened so many times over the last year, where all of a sudden the builder decided to increase the price by $30,000 to $50,000 because of material cost increase. And now that buyer, after being 3 months all excited, the house already has started, and now they cannot afford it because their mortgage payment is $700, $800 more than it was when they first signed the contract. Interest rates went up. Purchase price went up. That puts buyer in a very difficult spot. And a lot of buyers had to back out of their new construction contract over the last year because of exactly those reasons. Simply, buyers are fed up with paying enormous amounts over list price and not getting it done. But here's the other thing. The resale market inventory went up quite a bit since March of 2022, and it keeps going up. A lot of buyers got out of the market, and the market is slowly leveling to a balanced market, thank God. But now the buyers who were on the fence between a new construction home and a resale property have more choices on the resale market. There are more houses to choose from, less buyer. It's a little bit less competitive. I've seen buyers getting houses under list price or at list price and getting seller concessions. That was something unthinkable over the last 2 years in this extremely hot market. Of course, some properties still go over list price or at list price, but there is more negotiation room for the buyers and they have more to choose from on the resale market. So that eliminates a lot of the buyers who were thinking about building a property, but now they don't have to wait 6 to 12 months to have their home built. They can act right now with current interest rates. They know what they're getting and they can close within 30 to 45 days. While if they would decide on a new construction, they don't know what they get. They don't know when the home is done. 6 months, 8 months, 10 month, maybe 15 month? And where are the interest rates now? Where are the interest rates gonna be in 6 months? Where are they gonna be in 10 months? No one knows. It could be that it's way up there, home prices increase, and then you paying way more. Well, if they decide for resale property, they can lock their interest rate and they can purchase that home in 30 days and know exactly what they're getting. On the other hand, on a new construction, they don't know how much it is. They cannot lock in their interest rate right now and close 8 months, 10 months, 15 months from now. So right now, they can get a resale property, they can negotiate again, and they know their interest rate is exactly that what they're told right now, and in 30 days, they're gonna close with that interest rate. And a lot of people will tell you, the market is going to crash, the bubble is going to burst, this is a clear indicator, less buyers are buying, new construction market is going down in flames. Well, I mean, everyone with common sense can tell you and indicate that this is a common trend. At the end of the year, it happens pretty much every year. It slows down. People are finally, especially now, finally taking some time off, going on vacation with their family. It's well needed after those last 2 years. And the market is not going to crash. I made a video about that. Check it out after this video. And I explain exactly why this is not going to happen. It's just trying to make people scared. And there are no indicators for a market crash. But nevertheless, with all the experience that buyers had with new constructions over the last 2 years, and the waiting lists and the price increases, and then on top of that, the resale inventory going up, more and more buyers decide on a resale property instead of a new construction, and that literally brought the whole new construction property demand way down over the last couple of months. So are builders actually in trouble? And the short answer is yes. Over the last 2 years, they cut down on all their incentives. They cut down on the buyers' incentives, on closing cost incentives, appliance incentives. They didn't want to pay any of that because they knew buyers are going to buy the home and pay a lot of that stuff out of pocket. They even cut down on real estate agent incentives. They did not want buyers to bring their own agent because it would cost them more and the profit would go down. But I would always advise you, bring your own agent because they do have agents, but they are under contract with the builder and they have the builder's best interest in mind. They make the transaction happening, but they have no fiduciary duties to you. If you bring your own agent, that agent has your best interest in mind and has fiduciary duties to you. But anyways, now they are paying incentives again. They're paying towards closing costs. They're paying towards appliance package. There are builders that actually now send out emails to real estate agents to please bring the buyers and see what we can offer a buyer on a new construction. And I got emails from builders that literally send out a mass email to all agents to bring their buyers because they got some awesome packages and deals right now. That alone tells you that something drastically changed in the new construction market and builders don't get as many buyers anymore as they did over the last 2 years. And I think we're gonna see some price drops. And of course, it depends on which area you are. Some areas are still hotter than others, but I think that we will probably see some price drop in new construction because builders cannot get enough buyers and they're already building spec houses they thought they would sell 100% super fast, and now they're sitting on those spec homes. They will eventually sell, but I think that we will see a little bit of a price drop in new construction as well because we don't have builder actually doesn't have as much buyers anymore as they did over the last 2 years. But don't get me wrong, it's not all builders that are in that predicament right now. They slowly will probably get in there with less buyers, but not everyone is there yet. So what is my personal opinion on that? I would not buy a new construction right now. And yes, that sounds weird. I know, like, that real estate agent just told me not to buy a house. Yes, I just told you not to buy a new construction. That's what I would do right now, personally, because I think at the end of the year, they're gonna put out more incentives for buyers because they need to sell the homes. They need to get those contracts in the books at the end of the year. And to get those buyers, they probably, put out a little bit more incentives. And on the other hand, there's so many resale properties coming on the market now, and you have more options out there on a resale property to choose from and find the perfect fit, knowing exactly what your interest rate is and not guessing what it could be 8 months from now when you close on your new construction. Also, when it comes down to the new construction, you might have more customizability options down the road because they cut that back quite a bit because they tried to keep up the time frames, and if a buyer customized too much on a house, it would take longer. So they cut down on how much you could customize your property and more likely gave you a couple of options, and you have a spec home with a couple different faucets and light fixtures and this and that. So personally, I would wait if you want a new construction till the end of the year, but keep in mind, who knows what the interest rates are going to be. And right now there are a lot of resale options out there, and you know exactly what you're gonna pay for. There's still builders out here in the Warner Robins area that I highly recommend, and if I think about it, one comes to my head right off the bat: WCH. I worked with them before. My clients were happy with them. I was super happy. They build a quality product. They are on top of it. They're communicative. They know that they do everything they can to satisfy the customer because that's what they want. That's their standard. And they did have a stipulation in the contract when the price increases happened that they could increase the price by a certain percentage, up to 2.5% of the purchase price due to material cost increase. But if you think about a $400,000 home, if it increases by 2%, you know your max increase could be $8,000 and not $30,000 or $40,000. Completely different league, but they have been amazing. I probably forget a couple of builders now, and I apologize, but WCH came to my mind right away, and they have been amazing. So shout out to WCH. They don't sponsor this video or anything like that, but if you're looking for a quality product in the Warner Robins area, I would check them out. So this was my little video about new construction builders being in trouble, and the short answer is yes, because buyers' demand for new constructions is way down, and it seems like it is going even further down with the resale inventory going back up. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Have you thought about buying a new construction and then went the resale route? Let me know how your experience was in the last 2 years with the builder in your area. It doesn't have to be here in Warner Robins. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're looking to purchase or sell a property in the Middle Georgia area, give me a call. My number is in the description below. I'll see you in the next video.